Hey Dorcas, it's great to have you with us for this update from the field. I know in the last couple of months you've been leading a child soldier research project. What is the research project that you're involved in? And then maybe just update us on that as to where it's at. Okay.
The research project is part of the work to establish a national platform for child soldiers prevention and reintegration in Uganda. So in 2011, that's last year, we had meetings, conversations with stakeholders. So we discussed a lot about how to go about establishing a national platform. And when we met the former child soldiers and people who are really on the ground trying to reintegrate these children after they came back from the bush, we realized that many of the interventions, most of the programs that were put in place to help these children normalize actually were kind of dictated by people from out there. It's like they were imposed on them. And so we involved everybody from the former child soldiers, the religious leaders, we involved government officials in Northern Gulu, and all those that we thought are useful in this process or had influence. So they attended the design meeting. After that, we decided that the former child soldiers were going to be the major players in the study. And at first we doubted that they had the ability to carry out the study. But during we had the training, we realized most of the ideas were coming from them. And actually they have the ability. So we thought that there should be a way to bring the voices of the former child soldiers on board, so that whatever decisions that are made should actually come from them and not from outsiders, people who did not experience what the child soldiers experienced. And so we thought that the best way to do that was through a research. And this was concretized, especially when Mr. Regman and Ms. Goldin came to Africa, and we had visits to various stakeholders with them. And it's at that point that we decided we needed to do a research that would mainly or primarily involve the former child soldiers, to speak out and say exactly what they went through, to speak out and say exactly what has been done for them, whether really the programs that have been put in place, especially in northern Uganda, in their view, whether they have been successful, whether they have had any impact on their lives, and according to them, what should be done. So we went ahead to design a study, and this was done in several stages, the first one being a design meeting that we had. And in this meeting, we wanted it to be very inclusive, to create ownership of this whole process. I've had a lot of stories. They have said so many things about what former child soldiers have gone through, what they went through in the bush. And they said, but these people don't have the experience. They don't know what we've gone through. Let us be the ones who speak out these things so that people get to know the truth of what exactly transpired when they were in the bush. Let me say that that whole process is not easy. We didn't anticipate to take this long. Personally, I thought that at least by the end of this year, we would have launched the platform, at least in Uganda. But as things stand, we will not launch that platform this year. But we are very close to it. So our plan is to do this in January and then do the launch in March. So we are looking at the first quarter of 2013.
Great. Well, we'll certainly have a lot to talk about probably next time around in March. I look forward to it. The most recent thing that I think you've been up to was your involvement in the Day of Prayer and Action for Children that just took place a couple weeks ago. If you could tell me more about your participation.
And I would say that the reason why we were able to do that is because of the program on children that was started by the Goldin Institute. So it's because there was already that project of the child soldiers that we decided to make all activities on children under this program, Dignifying Childhood. So mainly we work closely with the Global Network of Religions for Children to implement this program. So these are children who need a lot of help, and we are hoping that through the activity that we had on the 20th of November and the reports, we hope that these reports will get out there nationally and internationally, and that people are going to respond.
Good, thank you. That's a great summary. Thanks, Dorcas.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you so much for taking your time to speak with me.
It was all our pleasure. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.